Everybody, welcome back to episode here on our WWE 2K18 Universe Mode. I am, of course, Dominic here on the Baron channel. Making his way to the ring is Samoa Joe, the Destroyer, he calls himself. However, last night, he was destroyed by Shinsuke Nakamura due to the interference of Drew McIntyre. You all know why I'm out here. Last night, that little bitch, Drew McIntyre, came down and attacked me, making me lose my one and only shot to reclaim my WWE title. Well, I'm not going to stand here and talk. I want to fight. Drew, get your ass down here right now. Well, this isn't exactly who he wanted. It's our general manager, Dean Ambrose, making his way to the ring. Okay, definitely not Drew McIntyre in any means. So, what does our general manager have to say to Samoa Joe here tonight? Joe, look, he's not here tonight. Drew is still not under Raw contract and as such is not allowed here during our programming. Ambrose, you better start telling me something I want to hear right now before I start taking out my anger on you again. Look, you want a rematch for the WWE title? Fine. You got it. Next week, we'll have Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE title. You know, wait, what the hell, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. God damn it, not again. God dang it. Samoa Joe, once again. Oh, come on. We already seen this before. Come on. This is not even worth it. This is not nearly worth it. Okay, he already gave you what you wanted there. Come on, Samoa Joe. This is ridiculous now. The referee coming into the ring. Samoa Joe, there you see, talking smack a little bit to Dean Ambrose. Okay, I bet he wishes he could talk smack to Drew McIntyre right now. As now Samoa Joe, look at this, throwing the referee, the man who's just trying to help Dean Ambrose, trying to get him back to his feet. As now Joe, look at this once again, throwing him into the corner, going for it again, another muscle buster. Come on, no. Oh my god. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely not needed by Samoa Joe. Well, everybody, after that ridiculous attack by Samoa Joe to Dean Ambrose, let's finally get into the matches where we're scheduled to see a fight, ladies and gentlemen. And what a better fight it would be. Two people who are known famously for being brawlers in the ring. Or in Chris Jericho, brawlers in real life, apparently, against Brock Lesnar. As we see, Chris Jericho taking on Baron Corbin in this first matchup. Chris Jericho now the new hardcore champion, eliminating everybody in the Elimination Chamber for that hardcore title. Surprised me. Definitely surprised me. As Jericho making his way to the ring, the hardcore champion, going to be fighting against Baron Corbin here tonight. Who, of course, Corbin was not in the Elimination Chamber, so he did not get eliminated by Chris Jericho. However, I've always felt that Baron Corbin could always circle around the hardcore title if he so wished. Okay, Corbin, he has not done too well in our series thus far. Baron Corbin has not, so he's going to be fighting Chris Jericho here tonight. Hopefully trying to raise his stock a little bit against Chris Jericho. I mean, he's already had a pretty big win lately against Finn Balor, so maybe he can do the same against another main event caliber performer in Chris Jericho. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not for the hardcore title. Okay, Chris Jericho, it just is the hardcore champion. As Jericho taking on Baron Corbin. Corbin, look at this. Oh, went to go for a maneuver, and Chris Jericho, look at this, reversing that with a neckbreaker style maneuver. Chris Jericho, one of the best performers in Raw history, or in our universe mode, in our series, as Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, going after Baron Corbin. He is looking to go into WrestleMania, the hardcore champion, Chris Jericho is, because, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the next pay-per-view is WrestleMania, the finale to our series. And now Chris Jericho, look at this, throws him into the barricade, and then right off the barricade, face first. And Chris Jericho, look at this, going for a neck breaker. Baron Corbin reversed it, and then a belly to belly throws him across the ring there. And then, oh my god, Chris Jericho getting stomped away by Baron Corbin. Jesus, that kick to the back of the head, bouncing him off the outside area. And Jericho, oh god, just as hard as Baron Corbin can, throws him into the post. As Baron Corbin, he's not necessarily a high flyer. And okay, I guess he's proven it here tonight, because Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, of course, is the more high flying, more athletic of the two. Definitely, Baron Corbin is not one to usually fly. As Jericho getting stomped into the corner. We're getting punched into the corner as Corbin. Now look at this. Corbin reversing that big slam into a backwards DDT. Is now stomped to the leg. And now stomping down his opponent. Baron Corbin is, of course, Chris Jericho, the hardcore champion. And look at this. Taking him down as Jericho stomps his face in right there. Look at this. Just kicks him down. Wiping his boot on his face almost. And Jericho staring at Corbin. The new hardcore champion, Chris Jericho, who of course defeated all 5 other competitors in the Elimination Chamber. Okay, that is not a feat worth saying lightly. As speaking of that matchup, speaking of the Elimination Chamber, the hardcore title Elimination Chamber, okay, Seth Rollins, the former hardcore champion, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this, Chris Jericho flipping out of that into a huge elbow. Seth Rollins watching on as Chris Jericho going after him. Okay, Seth Rollins trying to distract him in this matchup. It looks like Seth Rollins has joined us here tonight. Look, it's distracting him again. Distracting Chris Jericho here tonight in this matchup. As Baron Corbin, look at that with a big bulldog. And it looks like Seth Rollins has joined the outside area in support of Chris Jericho's opponent here tonight, Baron Corbin. As now picking up for a maneuver. No, he does not, as Chris Jericho slams him down there once again. And Jericho going after Baron Corbin. Corbin, look at this, with a slam of his own, doing the same exact maneuver on Christopher Jericho's. As Jericho gets bounced off the ropes. And, oh, went to go for another maneuver. It looked like he was about to go for a deep 6. However, it didn't matter, because Chris Jericho, look at this. Going for the walls of Jericho. Okay, Baron Corbin trying his best, and he gets the rope right there. Okay, he stretched out those long arms to get the rope right there. As Chris Jericho going for a code breaker, and it connects there on Baron Corbin. And Seth Rollins, okay, he can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins, look at this on the outside. Chris Jericho watching on 1, 2, and oh, look at this. Seth Rollins pulling the referee out of the ring, and Jericho does not get the 3 count yet. And Seth Rollins, look at this, and Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, almost seemingly having enough. Like he looked like he was about to go and jump on Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins, what the hell? Okay, teleporting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that was a little odd, but okay. It's not Baron Corbin. Oh, Jesus, punching through Chris Jericho there. As now Rollins seemingly getting a steel chair, and he does, ladies and gentlemen. He gets a steel chair. Seth Rollins, there you see the chair in the side. Look at this. The referee getting distracted. And look at this. He's trying to take Seth Rollins out of the match. And Baron Corbin using the steel chair on Chris Jericho. And Rollins, ladies and gentlemen, I think he's just been escorted. I'm not too sure. No, he has. Oh, yes, he has. There's now big boot. Oh, my God, just big boot. Taking down Chris Jericho. And Rollins now, ladies and gentlemen, has finally left the ringside area. Seth Rollins is out. Baron Corbin, though, he might have gotten all the help he needed as a huge, deep 6 connecting there by Corbin. 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count there. Even after using the steel chair, the deep 6 does not get the 3 count. And ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin looking on at Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, though, however, throws him into the corner. Okay, what does he have in mind? Not too sure. Bouncing him off the ropes, and then went to go for a clothesline into the corner. And Jericho, look at this, getting strongly thrown into the corner, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin pulls him back, almost trying to rip the arm off by pulling him back. As now Chris bouncing off the ropes. No, he does not. Goes over the top rope there. The referee finally throwing the chair out of the ring as Chris, look at this, goes for a cover. Ladies and gentlemen, a roll-up pin. 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count there on Baron Corbin by Chris Jericho. And look at this one to go for a maneuver. It looked like he was about to pull him in for the end of days. And Jericho, look at this. I think he's been busted open by Corbin. Yes, he has, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he has. Okay, of course, the hardcore champion. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, he usually is. Busted open the hardcore champion. Or just any hardcore champion, not just Chris Jericho himself. As Chris Jericho, look at this. Baron Corbin wants to go for a punching maneuver. Going for a neck breaker. No, and it connects there. And Jericho going up top. Baron Corbin is down. What does he have in mind? He wants him up. And Corbin, he's getting up. And Chris Jericho, look at this. Going for a code breaker off the top rope. And it does not connect there. However, this is as the end of days. Face first into the mat. And that could be it. Due to the help of Seth Rollins. I think Baron Corbin has just won this. And he has. Okay, he used Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came out. He used a steel chair against Chris Jericho. And Baron Corbin defeating the hardcore champion here tonight. There's the Seth Rollins right there in the replay. Okay, I'm not too sure why he came out here. Of course, the former hardcore champion trying to make things even worse against the current and the new hardcore champion, Chris Jericho. As there you see the walls of Jericho, he got out of it. As soon as he got out of the walls of Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Jericho went to go for a top rope code breaker. Baron Corbin was not having that. And Corbin, there you see the winner and the victor of this battle. As now Baron Corbin, look at this. The crowd booing him as now, oh, come on. Baron Corbin, what the hell is he doing? And Corbin, look at this, grabbing the steel chair that was used earlier to defeat Chris Jericho, to cheat and defeat Chris Jericho. No, come on. This is ridiculous, going after the hardcore champ. I bet Seth Rollins put him up to this as well. Okay, I bet Seth Rollins knew that he was not going to be here to do the dirty work himself, so he told Baron Corbin to do it. As Corbin, look at this, throws him into the corner, and then a clothesline. Jesus, a clothesline, absolutely decimating Chris Jericho. And Seth Rollins watching this probably backstage in a delight, bouncing him off the ropes. And then look at this, throws him down, throws him as high as he can. Ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin now, look at this, waiting for him once again as an end of days, face first into the mat there, ladies and gentlemen, by Baron Corbin on Chris Jericho. Unneeded attack there by Baron Corbin. Okay, well, Baron Corbin and Seth Rollins teaming up against the current hardcore champion, Chris Jericho, just now. However, the former hardcore champion making his way to the ring, Rob Van Dam. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that Rob Van Dam will be the first man inside the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's right, that's coming into our series as well, because I think it's a good idea and a good match filler, to be honest. But I think it's a good idea. Anyways, as Rob Van Dam making his way to the ring, he will be inside the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and I think that should be pretty good. Okay, there's a lot of people already contested inside the Battle Royal. Okay, already that we know of, that I know of. However, Rob Van Dam being the first one to announce that he will be inside that Andre the Giant Battle Royal, as he's going to be facing up against another man inside that Battle Royale. And that is the big red machine, Kane. As Rob Van Dam ready to square off against Kane here tonight in this main event. Okay, we've seen these two battle in the past, but will Rob Van Dam lose to the big red machine, or will Kane, just like in his past, destroy Rob Van Dam here tonight? Hopefully he doesn't set him on fire. That would be a good thing. As now, there you see Kane ready for this fight as Rob Van Dam and Randy Orton. Okay, I'm not too sure why Randy Orton's out here, but okay, I guess he's coming out to see the match. Randy Orton is not in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I'd like to point out that I'm pretty sure Randy Orton's not even on the card, at least as far as we know. So I'm not too sure what Randy Orton's doing out here. Okay, Rob Van Dam and Randy Orton seem to be talking. Not Chris Jericho, Kane ready for a fight. I'm pretty confused. Okay, as the bell officially rings, as now Kane, look at that, just a big boot there on Rob Van Dam immediately into this matchup. A huge, big boot, and Kane, look at this with another one reversing there, and Van Dam ducks underneath. Or Kane ducks underneath that, and Van Dam gets thrown to the outside by Kane, as now Kane following Rob Van Dam, the former hardcore champion. Rob Van Dam, Kane picking him up, it seems, right now. There he goes. As Kane kicks him in the stomach, and Van Dam could be feeling a last ride on the outside, and that would not be a good thing. I can reassure you that. It looked like he was about to go throw him into that crowd member right there. Those 2 crowd members, it looked like, or maybe even the 3. As Kane, look at this, throws Rob Van Dam back into the ring, and Kane rolls in behind him. As Van Dam, ladies and gentlemen, facing off against this big red monster. And look at this, Kane! Oh, with a big kick by Van Dam. Okay, with the striking ability, Van Dam, look at this. Kane gets a big belly-to-belly throw anyways. Rob Van Dam pulled him back. I think Kane pulled himself back into the throw. As Kane, look at this. I want to go into a maneuver. Kane has not hit the ground yet in this matchup by Rob Van Dam. And Kane, just look at this, just absolutely tearing apart Rob Van Dam in this matchup, in this main event. Randy Orton still on the outside, not too sure why he's there. I can't tell you why. I'm not too sure what he's doing there. You see Randy Orton in the corner, watching Randy Orton watching Rob Van Dam get beaten down by Kane here tonight. And Kane, look at this, staring at Van Dam. Kane, the big red monster. Look at this, Kane doing a bit of an Undertaker taunt, to be honest with you, but okay. As Kane, look at this, going for a maneuver. Van Dam reversing it. Look at this, finally takes him down, going for a roll-up pin here, and I won! And no, only a 1 count there on the big red machine by Van Dam. As Kane, look at this, just tearing apart Rob Van Dam. Is a clothesline. No, Kane gets thrown to the outside, and what the hell? Randy Orton's floating. Okay, Randy Orton is floating on the outside. Kane, ladies and gentlemen, and Rob Van Dam having a brawl on the outside. Kane, look at this. Oh, just throws him into that barricade. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton watching on, sorta. He's sort of just looking at the referee. Why does he not have a chair? That's a glitch. Anyways, Van Dam, look at this. Throws him down on the outside, and Kane and Van Dam fighting on the outside now. As Rob Van Dam throws him right into the steel post as he pounds his face off of it. Okay, Van Dam finally getting offense in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside, and Kane throws him back into the ring. The count is 7, I do believe, and there you see, getting back into the matchup. As Kane went to go for a maneuver, Van Dam reversed it, and Van Dam throwing him into the corner now. Kane dropping to his back, as there you see Randy Orton finally gets a chair. I don't know what the hell was that was all about. As Van Dam and Randy Orton doing a bit of a distraction on Van Dam. And there you see, look at this, Kane out of nowhere, almost out of nowhere there, attacking Van Dam off the distraction. And Randy Orton now, look at this, seems to be walking away as Kane, ladies and gentlemen, has all the offensive on this matchup as he throws him into the barricade. And Kane, look at this, oh, gets thrown down there in the corner. Van Dam going for a maneuver there. Kane, oh my god, freaking right into the steel steps. As Kane now, look at this, gets thrown into the barricade. And Van Dam, look at this, just throwing his entire body weight into Kane. As the count of 5, ladies and gentlemen, by the referee. Kane, ladies and gentlemen, the big red machine. I think Rob Van Dam would take this win. Okay, this is Kane after all that he's fighting. As Van Dam, look at this, rolling to the outside. Kane rolls to the outside. Van Dam rolls inside the ring. And then Van Dam follows him. Maybe not the best idea as Kane, went to go for a chop to the chest. Or chop to the throat. And there's a big DDT connects. And Van Dam, off the DDT, could be going for that 5-star frog splash. And no, he doesn't connect there. And Kane, he's up. Van Dam, ladies and gentlemen, about to feel a huge choke slam there, connecting on Rob Van Dam, pulling him to the middle of the ring, goes for the cover off the choke slam. 1, 2, 3, and now off a weird distraction by Randy Orton. Okay, usually the crowd, he's a fan favorite. However, Rob Van Dam gets distracted, and Kane picks up a huge win, who definitely is not a crowd favorite. Okay, the crowd does not typically like Kane. Okay, they typically boo him in his matches. Just like how they're right now probably booing him after that win against Rob Van Dam. I'm not too sure what the hell is going on, to be honest. However, there you see Rob Van Dam rolling to the outside. And Kane, the big red machine, standing tall in our main event, as that's going to be the end of this video on our Monday Night Raw episode of our universe mode. If you guys liked it, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, want to hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye, boy. Yo.